all this talk of illegal migration in Europe, in the United States, it ultimately comes down to a contest of what is governance. Who is governed? Which countries are governed well? And if so many of these countries around the world are incapable of governing themselves, then it's time for us to just put the imperial hat back on to say, we're going to govern those countries if you're incapable of governing yourselves, because enough is enough. We're done being invaded.
Because our own national security risk is at stake.
Exactly.
National security interests are at stake.
You can say that about pretty much all of Africa. They're incapable of governing themselves and benefiting their citizens because the governments there are all about looting and pillaging and lining their pockets and going shopping in Paris instead of actually making their country better.
People on the left are going to watch this. They're going to say, wait a minute, Erik Prince is talking about being a colonialist again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So this guy wants to recolonize Africa. No problem. He's a founder of Blackwater. We'll be sitting and chilling here in Africa, waiting with our bow and arrows. Yeah.
Yes. Enough. Because if you go to these countries and you see how they suffer under absolutely corrupt, made-up governments that are just criminal syndicates.
Made-up governments.
The people of Africa, the people of Latin America, a lot of them deserve better. Now, some countries are really getting it together. Look at what El Salvador did. Bukele, murder capital of Latin America, he said, no more. Now El Salvador is safer than Prince William County.
And he took
just south of Washington, D.C. He put...
First off, let's cool this guy. It seems he was sleeping in class while his lecturers were really doing something great for the other students. You know, reducing complex issues like migration, first of all, and also governance to a simplistic context is really downright irresponsible and I'll say arrogant. It completely ignores the historical, political, and socio-economic factors at play here. Plus, you know, the notion of reimposing colonial rule is not only outdated, but downright dangerous nowadays. I mean, we don't have bow and arrows and you're coming with your gunpowder to show your prowess. Like, you're a weak man, you know, having a gunpowder, that was what conquered Africa. Not because you were smarter or you are a superior, no. So we are really talking about disregarding the sovereignty and the self-determination of nations here. And then, you know, we get hit with some serious generalizations about entire continents, Africa. What? Saying that countries in Africa are all incapable of governing themselves? Really? I mean, like, seriously? Yeah, you were really sleeping in class. I mean, that's not just oversimplification. It's downright ignorant. So ignorant. And he's the founder of Blackwater. Africa is a diverse continent with a rich tapestry of cultures, histories, and governments. So to paint them all with the same brush is not only inaccurate, but perpetuates harmful stereotypes, which I think in the 21st century is outright criminal. And let's not forget the cherry on top, you know, the suggestion that certain countries deserve to be governed by outsiders because they are corrupt governments. Excuse me? Really? Last time I checked, sovereignty and self-governance are fundamental rights. You know, not privileges to be doled out by self-appointed saviors. Does he want to be the second coming of Christ? You know, coming with gunpowder? Jeez. Anyway, and don't even get me started on this or on the praise for authoritarian measures, say in El Salvador. Sure, you know, reducing crime rates is important, but at what cost? Sacrificing civil liberties and human rights is not a trade-off we should be endorsing in the 21st century. So I would like to say that, you know, what we have heard here is not just misguided. It's dangerous. It's time to move beyond colonial era thinking and engage in nuanced, informed discussions about global security issues. So let's leave the imperial hats just behind. That's in the history books where it belongs. And let's walk towards this real sustainable solutions that respect the dignity and the sovereignty of all nations. So what do you think about this, guys? I'd like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for tuning in to OB Podcast, and I'll keep on bringing you all the latest germs. Thanks. Talk to you in a bit. Peace out.